Super Saiyan 5, the pinnacle of Saiyans. Let's talk about Super Saiyan 5, undoubtedly the most important transformation in Dragon Ball AF. This is the transformation that every Saiyan longs to achieve, as it is the ultimate transformation a Saiyan can naturally attain without any variations in ki. Initially, it was believed that Super Saiyan 5 was a kind of evolution of Super Saiyan 4, due to the striking similarities between these two transformations. At first, we all thought that Super Saiyan 5 was an exclusive transformation of the Dragon Ball Guardian, but later on we see Vegeta, Gohan, Broly, Zyko, and even Bardock reaching this transformation. Therefore, this transformation can be achieved by any Saiyan as long as they go through the other stages of Super Saiyan, or at least possess Super Saiyan 4. However, Zyko jumped straight to Super Saiyan 5 without going through the other stages of Super Saiyan. Now let's talk about full power Super Saiyan 5, as like the fourth phase, Super Saiyan 5 also has a full power state. This is the state Goku faced in, and this transformation can only be obtained after fully controlling and mastering Super Saiyan 5. Let's briefly discuss the characteristics of this state of the fifth phase. As we know, the fifth phase fills the user with vitality, but with the full power of the fifth phase, this is multiplied significantly, giving Goku an immense desire to fight, and this greatly aids the user's will in battle. This phase also grants limitless power to its user, meaning that anyone who obtains Super Saiyan 5 is capable of fighting at 100% for eternity if they so desire. And finally, the most special characteristic of full power Super Saiyan 5 is the exponential increase in power, meaning that if a full power Super Saiyan 5 faces a user more powerful than themselves, thanks to the full power of the fifth phase, said warrior can eventually match or even surpass them as the battle progresses. This means that if two full power Super Saiyan 5s were to engage in a fight for eternity, they would start at a standard level for the fifth phase and could potentially surpass the level of a Super Saiyan 8 or a Super Saiyan 9, although this would take an extremely long time. This would be very possible thanks to the aforementioned characteristics of Super Saiyan 5, making it the perfect transformation and, in my humble opinion, surpassing the doctrines of Dragon Ball Super, as these require certain requirements to increase their power, such as Ultra Instinct, which improves as the user achieves complete calmness and a serene heart. Another example would be Ultra Ego, as the user of this doctrine needs to constantly think about destruction in order to become more powerful. This is not the case with Super Saiyan 5, as this transformation not only has no fatigue, but can also improve on its own during battle, without any additional requirements like Ultra Instinct or Ultra Ego. However, it greatly depends on the user who possesses this transformation. For example, a Goku in Super Saiyan 5 AF is not the same as a Broly in Super Saiyan 5, or even Zyko in Super Saiyan 5. We know that depending on the user, this transformation will be more or less powerful, with Goku being the user with the best control over this transformation, but Zyko being the most powerful user of Super Saiyan 5 seen in Dragon Ball AF. It took Gogeta, in Super Saiyan 7, to defeat him. In the case of Broly, it also required the presence of Gogeta, but this time using Super Saiyan 5. Now, imagine if a being like Demari had attained Super Saiyan 5, without a doubt, this warrior would have become incredibly powerful. Just imagine the characteristics I mentioned earlier of Super Saiyan 5, but enhanced by Demari's legendary ki and his celestial Super Saiyan, and here I must briefly explain how Demari's celestial Super Saiyan works. This transformation is one of the most powerful seen in all of Dragon Ball AF, even competing with Mystic 4. Celestial Super Saiyan consists of combining the legendary ki with what appears to be a Super Saiyan 4, along with the celestial power of the most powerful guardian of the Celestials. Now, substitute Super Saiyan 4 with Super Saiyan 5. Without a doubt, Demari would become a power beast if he had attained the fifth phase. Now, let's talk a little about what a Super Saiyan 5 would be like today, if they decided to make this transformation canon. As I mentioned before in a transformation like this would be perfect for Dragon Ball heroes. It would be very easy to create a canonical Super Saiyan 5 by combining Super Saiyan 4 with Ultra Instinct. There would be two ways to do this. One would be to take Goku Xeno and have him learn Ultra Instinct, or we could also take Goku Capsule Corp and have him achieve Super Saiyan 4, and then have the idea to combine it with Ultra Instinct, thus possibly creating the most powerful transformation in Dragon Ball Heroes. Another method to achieve this feat would be a fusion of Goku Xeno with Goku Capsule Corp, as this fusion would already have all the transformations of the individual users, making it very easy to reach that stage. And as a bonus, I know many of you were eager to know more about Demari with Super Saiyan 5. Let's talk a little more about him and how strong he would be. As mentioned earlier, Demari's Celestial Super Saiyan is composed of Legendary Ki, Celestial Ki, and the fourth phase. But this time, let's substitute Super Saiyan 4 with Super Saiyan 5. With this power, Demari would far surpass the level of Goku's Super Saiyan 4 Mystic. And it is very likely that not even a fusion using Mystic 4 would be able to defeat Demari. Just remember that Super Saiyan 5 Goku is already way above Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Therefore, the same would happen with Demari. It would be obligatory to have a Mystic 5 to definitively defeat Demari. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Remember that you can follow me on my social media platforms that are displayed on the screen and in the video description. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm Imitable Carp and I'll see you in the next video.